You cannot deny that Jedi have the right to test potential Padawans. With your permission, of course.
Computer says no.
Force dump.
Greetings, Earthlings. Hello and welcome to Force Dump. On tonight's show, we reveal the mystery that everyone's been talking about.
And maybe we'll get the answers to some questions like, how does a stone structure catch on fire?
Setting fire to a book by a door couldn't have destroyed an entire fortified base, could it?
If this is what one lantern can do, where's the fire extinguisher? Why did you buy the flammable stone and steel instead of the non-flammable stone and steel?
Why did the rock burn at the witch's fortress? Learn the shocking secret details that our very own Force Dump Insider can now unveil.
Look at this, Scully.
But first, please take a deep breath and hold your nose tight as we join roving correspondent Weejock McPlop at the entertainment desk and dive in headfirst to his breakdown of the rank slop known as the Sack O' Shite, Episode 7.
So we start out on the planet of Brendok, and we are met with a comforting sight. Kel Narka is wielding a metal detector, which is eminently relatable because over the last 7 weeks, the viewer has been on somewhat of a journey of their own, sifting through a mountain of shit in the desperate hope that there is some kind of redeemable nugget to be found. But alas, there's no trace of value in this show, anywhere, not even a sprinkling of corn. We soon learn of token white male victims' unrest. After 7 weeks camping with his gormless companions, he's had enough of the Boy Scouts and wants to go home.
And I want to go home to Coruscant.
Confirming what we suspected all along, he couldn't summon enough internal fortitude to make a Jedi's arsehole. Speaking of arseholes, here he is now. Saul, spying on some little girls, but don't worry, I'm sure he has the noblest of intentions. After a quick bit of racial profiling, Saul commences Operation Deep Surveillance, climbing a 1,000-foot rise to nobly peep in on the girls through a bathroom window. His first official contact with the Coven of Witches will come only after he has forcibly and nobly broken into their residence.
Kilnaka, slice the controls.
But first he must convince Indulla of the need to interfere. But don't worry, it won't be a problem. Barely an inconvenience.
We should return to the ship, ask the Council for guidance.
But I insist.
Oh wow, that was easy. Another conflict resolved.
High five.
This time, instead of sneaking into the bathroom window, the Jedi decide to kick down the front door, completely ignoring the no trespassing signs. Unfortunately for Saul, Indullard wants to go it alone.
I'm going in alone. It's too risky to go in as a group. They'll take it as a threat.
He won't be able to twist her arm so easily this time. Or will he?
We should go as a team.
Fine.
Oh wow, that was easy. Another conflict resolved.
High five.
Moving on quickly, and now we come to the defining moment of the series. First the witches gather together for a quick photo opportunity, and then it happens. You just know that this is the moment. The moment that brought Kathleen Kennedy and the writing group to tears of happiness, tears of joy. I bet their eyes weren't the only body parts that were dripping wet with moisture. This was the moment the show was greenlit. A powerful and stunning woman of colour commands the feeble male with white knight complex to kneel before her.
Kneel.
That's your sweet spot right there.
And he buckles like a bitch. This is the crowning achievement of Kathleen Kennedy's destiny. She finally has conquered the patriarchy. Except she failed. Because token white male victim is no Jedi, and we know it. He is a Potemkin Jedi. And that is what I shall call him from now on, Potemkin. Because he has the facade of a Jedi, but it's all just superficial nonsense. There's no depth to his character. So when he collapses, we are not shocked or broken with him. No, we feel nothing. We reject Potemkin, and this entire show for that matter, as a fraud. If the idea was to besmirch the aura of the Jedi, then Potemkin had to be someone of substance, someone who the audience could admire and relate to. His actions would have to have dignity and be rational.
You must do what you feel is right, of course.
And, as say in Macbeth, the witches would have their own greater agency.
All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter.
They could be powerful, holding real sway, potency, and menace. But that would require creative integrity, and this show is devoid of that.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
So in the end, the reputation of the Jedi is left untarnished. And instead, it is the reputations of the creators of this garbage that have been torched. If you think I'm being too hard on the showrunners, then wait till we get to the next scene.
Mother Anastasia, you cannot deny that Jedi have the right to test potential Padawans.
Here we have the absurd exchange that leads to the witches granting consent for their daughters to be examined by the Jedi, including having their blood samples taken.
With your permission, of course.
Marking them as the most compliant coven of witches in the galaxy.
We appreciate your cooperation.
It's pretty good, let's be honest.
At this point in the episode, the writers know they're in deep shit. They attempt to paddle their way out with some classic in dullard dialogue. This really does sum up the entire flaming turd.
Her coven will never let her leave. They are so insular, so strange.
Insular? Strange? If there is a strange cult at the bright centre of this universe, then this witches' coven is on the planet farthest from. The Jedi have arrived unannounced. They don't show any hospitality at all.
We mean you and your coven no harm.
And yet here you are, unannounced, armed.
You're trespassing.
Bring some spice creams at least.
May we have some spice creams?
They break into the witches' residence and start asking questions about their children.
We are concerned that you are training children.
There are no children here.
The Jedi do not take children.
Come out.
Not only do the witches not turn violent, but they comply with all demands, even allowing blood samples to be taken. The only incident that occurs is the quasi-altercation with Potemkin. That's clunkily contrived by the writers to paper over their crumbling narrative and create some false angst, because the moment someone starts acting rationally in this show, there are immediately no stakes.
The council said no. They will not sanction bringing the twins to Coruscant or separating them from their coven.
Besides that, the girls clearly know about the Jedi.
Look at their robes. How they wear their sabers.
Who has been teaching them? What kind of insular cult is allowing knowledge of any culture beyond their own? Could this assertion by Indullard, that the coven is insular and strange, be the most retarded postulation in the entire Star Wars universe?
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class! Come on, you're gonna have to sit in the dunce chair.
But it needed to be inserted, you see, to paper over more cracks, because without this ridiculous assertion that the girls might be harmed by their own caregivers, Anne Asayer's declaration that she would have let Osha go.
I was going to let Osha go. It's what she wants.
Becomes bowel-shakingly obvious, and the entire house of cards falls down. It is clear by now that this show is not the show that we have been looking for.
He can go about his business.
You can go about your business.
Move along.
So let us speed run this shit to the end. We have more ridiculous dialogue.
In this test, you must divine what images appear on the testing screen.
What do you want me to do?
In this test, you must divine what images appear on the testing screen.
What do you want me to do?
In this test, you must divine what images appear on the testing
What do
screen.
you want me to do?
In this test, you must divine what images appear on the testing
What do
screen.
you want me to do?
Our Saul recites some noble lies.
The Jedi do not take children.
I want to be a Jedi.
Then you must have the courage to tell the truth.
The Jedi do not take children.
And we are confronted with the most highly implausible events. Kalnaka gives us the briefest glimpse of what might have been.
I couldn't pass up the idea of having a Wookiee Jedi in live action. I just like, as soon as it was established in the High Republic that was a thing that could happen, I was like, get it in here. Let's go. Action. Yes. We love Wookiees, we love Jedi. You know we're gonna love a Wookiee Jedi. Seems kind of like inevitable, honestly, but yes, yeah.
But, like my sex life, it ends all too soon without reaching any great climax.
I love a Wookiee. They're my favorite characters in all of Star Wars, and I was like, cool, this one's a Jedi, and then he died.
And it was like, bye, off screen death. The worst kind of death, yeah. He's dead. He's dead, baby. He's dead.
Our Saul shits himself. Seriously, what's happening here?
Take another step and it will be your last.
And then attempts to gaslight himself into believing that, even though his actions up to this stage have been entirely fecal, he's a noble Jedi.
We come with noble intentions.
A little girl plays with fire, and when she realizes her mistake, runs off quickly to find a responsible adult.
Help me!
Unfortunately, all she finds are these assholes. Now we approach the burning book and the great revelation that I promised earlier.
Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it?
I love lamp. I love lamp.
Before we do, if you are enjoying the content,
This is it.
let us know by pressing the like button. Help us to defeat the Empire by subscribing.
The size of that thing.
And add some extra spicy creams to your day by leaving a comment below.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Thank you to all who have the courage. And now, to the moment we've all been waiting for. How could a small lamp and a book burn down a property that has been set in stone? Could this in fact be a symbolic portrayal of the torching of George Lucas's Star Wars?
Really, he's the keeper of the flame when it comes to that.
It's the same. That's all my job is to be the keeper of the flame.
Well,
let's take a look at that book again.
Look at this, Scully.
Is this artifact actually a representation of the precious expanded universe that George has so lovingly handed over?
I have story treatments of 7, 8, and 9 and a bunch of other movies, and obviously we have hundreds of books and comics and everything you could possibly imagine. So, you know, I sort of moved that treasure trove of stories and various things to Kathy, and, you know, I have complete confidence that she's going to take them and make great movies.
Only for Kathy to simply burn. And now $4 billion has turned into ash. Perhaps we will never know for sure, but the truth is out there. Thank you for watching. Take care.
I've seen enough, Mulder. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. But somewhere out there, something is watching us.